Do you inspire greatness in others? Do you help them to become or be the best that they can be? Today was a informative day, and some things have happened throughout the day that reminded me of how servant leadership really contributes to the long-term success of other people. And there are two or three different instances. One, I saw and received an email from a person who had hired me to work with some high school students on living their values and setting goals and making good choices. And that part of what you think transfers into what you say, and what you say transfers into what you will do, and what you do becomes who you'll be, and those then contribute to your values and the type of person that you're going to be. So subconsciously, when you have thoughts and make choices, your values drive those thoughts and choices. Well, during that course, this lady was standing in the back of the room and just kind of helping with students and keeping an eye and monitoring and things like that. And apparently, she was listening to what I was telling the kids and decided to set some goals, some life goals, and make some changes in her life that she'd kind of had on the back plate, on the, we'll get to it when we get to it kind of thing, and hadn't really had a plan. And when I communicated with her today, I let her know that sometimes it's all about the exploration and the experience that inspires us or gets us to move. So it's kind of like walking, right? You think that you want to walk, and then you explore, and you kind of lift up your hands on the couch and on the table and whatnot, and then you fall down, and then you take your first step, and then you fall down, and eventually you walk. And it was first started because you had a dream, a desire, a goal, which I call an inspiration. You had an inspiration that, man, I'd really like to walk. And then you put in the perspiration. You fell down and you got up, and you fell down and you worked hard at learning how to walk. And it took a lot of effort. And then the stick-to-itiveness. You didn't give up until you learned to walk. And you explored and learned from that whole interaction. Well, that's how life is. Life's the same way. So when it comes to achieving your life goals, you need to have that inspiration. What is it? What is it that I want to do? And then put the hard work in and perspire, and then not give up and stick to it, right? So the purpose of this video, or this little shot, is you just don't know when you're influencing other people for greatness. This is something that took place a couple years ago, and basically has helped her to redirect and transform her life as she is working towards her goals. The next thing that I saw today that kind of brought up this topic was Jimmy Green posted on Facebook that he was inspired, and it brought tears to his eyes because of the success of one of his mentees, and he's working with and mentoring and being a great servant leader to others in the community, and this particular person thanked him. And that's when a mentor-mentee relationship is really working well, because it goes back and forth and both people are engaged. The person who is learning has to take ownership in the learning, and the person who is being the mentor has to give of themselves to contribute to the success of the person that they're working with. It's not about ego. It's not about necessarily skills and knowledge, while you need to have them to contribute and to give good information to your mentee. It's really about maintaining that relationship and giving them the best information and inspiring them to be successful, right? And then the other thing that happened today that inspired me to make this video was, I've for a long time just really been frustrated, as many of you have, with politics and just the underhandedness and lack of transparency. And I learned some things in the Boy Scouts, and I learned them in the Marine Corps. Their core values, the core values of honor, courage, and commitment, And Senator Ken Horn today demonstrated his honor and integrity and thoughtfulness about a process, and communicated it to us, and was transparent about what that process is and how people come into town hall meetings and things like that, and they're taking video clips of people when they're speaking, including, our congressmen and senators, and then cutting that up and trying to make people look bad or change the message. And then courage. He has the courage to talk to that person or to, question them on what their intent was, and as well as have the courage to post that in Facebook and explain and be transparent to what happened. And then also the commitment to the community and his neighborhood, and the people that he serves, to not allow those types of things to happen in our community, in our region, and that he'll fight against it whenever it raises its head. So another great demonstration of leadership and inspiring others, and taking the lead, and role modeling. So I guess the key messages today are, life's a journey. Enjoy the journey that you're on. Be inspired to achieve greatness. Inspire others and assist them to achieve greatness. So have inspiration. Put the work into others to help them achieve greatness, and your community to help your community achieve greatness. And put the work into yourself. So that's inspiration and perspiration, right? Inspiration, have a dream, desire, a goal. Perspiration, work hard to help others and to help yourself achieve greatness. And then stick-to-itiveness. Stick to your goals, stick to your values, honor, courage, commitment, trustworthiness, respect, loyalty, friendliness. All those things I learned as a Marine and as a Boy Scout. And then, learn from your mistakes, get up, take the next path that you have to. Sometimes you need to go slow to go fast. Make sure you're always learning. And just when nobody else is looking, as Dick Garber said at the Northwood University commencement, be a good person. So be a good person and have a great week. Talk to you all soon.